Hi, this is Charlie. I hope you're very well. This is Wednesday's video, recording this on Tuesday. Today's video is on the fear of trading losses and doing things like coming out early of your trades. So we're going to cover that off. It was emailed to me just today. Actually, I was going to do a video on a different topic, but as this one came through, I thought I would cover this off. So this trader had got to a point after having had a few losses in a row, a number of losses in a row. This trader. All of a sudden they'd started to have this fear of loss started to creep in. So what that's meant is that this trader has said that they've started coming out of trades early, banking profits when they are getting into profitable positions. They're coming out of profits early, and so that's then affecting them because they know they shouldn't be doing that. So how can they overcome that is the question. Right, okay. Number one, if you're banking your profits too soon, coming out early, okay, there's a number of factors that we can use here to help. Firstly, downsizing can be useful. So downsizing your position. So this trader was risking 1 to 2%. 1 to 2% of capital per trade. So that's an easy one to go back to that trader and say, well, actually, if you downsize your position to a maximum of 1%, but maybe even go down to 0.75, you may find that'll help you, because if you go to a smaller position size, mentally, psychologically, it's a lot easier to deal with the position. You're less likely to want to bank your profits that much sooner if you're in the trade with a smaller position. You're more relaxed towards the trade. In fact, as a general rule and as a general piece of advice, don't always think that you have to be trading with 1% at risk. We have many traders here at AZ Trader who actually only risk, 0.5%, or some even trade only 0.3 of 1%. And they're comfortable there, because it's very, very important to trade within your own comfort levels. If you're trading too rich, then you're more likely to do things like bank profits too soon, tighten up stops too much, because you're too worried about the money as opposed to focusing on the trade itself. So that's the first piece of advice. Look at downsizing. The second piece of advice was number two was you have to keep in mind the bigger picture. Okay, and what I mean by that is if you're taking your profits too soon, you've got to consider the fact that if you keep doing that, you are affecting the overall profitability of your trading over the next 20, 30 trades. So what you have to do is keep reminding yourself that if I take this profit now, it's going to make me feel good now in the moment, but actually making myself feel good is not what I'm in trading for. We're in trading to make money, not to feel good. So that may make me feel good right now, but I'm banking the profit early, which means that ultimately I'm going to be making less money if I do that. So I need to start to think in blocks of 20, 30, 40 trades even. Think in blocks of 30 even. Then you're thinking, okay, the outcome of this trade right now should be less significant to me. So yes, it may roll over and stop me out, but in the grand scheme of things, over the next 30 trades, if I do stick to my plan and stick to my profit targets, I'm much more likely to be much better off from doing that. So keep reminding yourself of that bigger picture. Don't allow yourself to keep thinking about banking the profits in the moment. Keep saying, no, I'm going to be worse off if I bank these profits too soon. Another thing that this trader said was that they felt that they'd, as a result of the losing spell, they were only down about, I think it was about 6%, so it wasn't a lot, but they still felt a bit demotivated. So the other question they said is, how can you help with motivation? Okay, one thing, if you just feel a bit flat, if you feel just a little bit flat because you've had a bit of a losing spell, all traders have them, take a break. Take a week off. Take a week off. So take a break. So you'll be amazed by literally not looking at the markets at all for just 1 week, um, how it can really give your mind and your brain a rest. Don't worry about the markets, they'll still be there when you get back. There'll still be new opportunities when you get back. So taking a break, take a week off where you don't even look at the markets, can actually be a good relaxer for the brain. If you've got to a point where you just feel like you've got a bit stuck and in a rut, some people it might just be taking a couple of days off. And I'm not talking about a weekend. I'm talking about, trading days and actually saying, no, I'm not going to trade over these two, not even going to look at the markets. So taking a break can be a good one as well. I'm just seeing what other notes I've made earlier on here. Okay, and lastly, just make sure that you are trading within your rules, within your strategy. So stick to the strategy. So sometimes if people find themselves emotionally getting going all over the place, it might be because actually they're trading a little bit all over the place. That wasn't the case with this trader, but I'm just raising this anyway. Stick to, maybe we can stick that in there. Stick to the strategy. So if you've got a strategy, whatever it might be, do try and stick with it. If you start then just chasing markets, oh, that market's flying up, I've got to get in, or that market's crashing down, I've got to get in that, then you're going to be all over the place. So you're much better off if you stick to your general trading strategies, whatever they are. You'll be much better on sticking to the plans around those. You'll be much better off emotionally as well. So as always, there's plenty more that can go in here. If you've got anything you want to add to these few bullet points that I've just given you here today to help anyone who has just got a bit stuck in the rut, maybe feeling a bit fearful, then by all means pop them down in the comment section as always. That's about it for now. I'll catch you later in the week.